Hey, welcome to class. Let's talk about how to become a booked out coach. So, if you're tired of feeling like the only person who knows about your business is you, or maybe your friends and your family members always asking, hey, have you gotten a new client yet? Like, when's that client coming in? You're tired of them asking you all of the time. Or maybe you're tired of wondering what to do next, so you do nothing. Like you're frozen. You don't know what to do. You're just going to not do anything. Or maybe you're tired of sitting in front of the computer doing busy work. Like hours go by and you feel like it's been 20 minutes and you've accomplished nothing. The end of the day comes and once again, what did I just do? You're doing all the things, you're pumping out content on the regular, you're pretty consistent on social media, you're constantly perfecting your website and creating and launching new products, but zero bites. I love these. Do you resonate with any of these? So you almost feel fake at this point. You talk about your clients on social media, but you don't have any. You write posts that talk about mindset, yet yours is yet to be desired. You're logging in all of these hours with nothing to show for it. You feel like you're playing office. You want to keep things simple, yet everything seems so complicated. And you're doing everything by the book, but nothing happens. Nothing is changing. Everything is the same. And you're wondering, is this some kind of a joke? Like, I feel like I'm called to do this, but why? What am I even doing here? What is the point? Wouldn't it be nice if the effort you put in on just your content alone finally started to work? Or wouldn't it be nice if all of the work you put in on social media started to pay off? Wouldn't it be nice if you stopped being the employee of your business and started acting as the coach? So here's the thing. A booked out coach does not worry about what others do online. She trusts the system. She's built it and her eyes are on her own page. Like she doesn't even, blinders are up. She doesn't even pay attention. She doesn't obsess over things out of her control either. She pays attention, but she doesn't dwell on the past and she's always looking to the future. A booked out coach doesn't wait or procrastinate on things she knows will be good for not only her business, but her clients too. And a booked out coach does not play the victim and always sees the glass half full. She looks for the good in every situation, whether they go her way or not. A booked out coach also knows that her clients are the bread and butter of her business, so she needs to create multiple pathways for them to come in. Are you just opening up one pathway for people to find you? Like you're just posting on social media and then your clients come in that way and that's it? Or are you just hitting it hard in the DMs? Like you're messaging 200 people a day and then once in a while people start a conversation with you and then once in a blue moon you'll land a client? Or what about Facebook groups? Are you posting in Facebook groups constantly about, hey, I have one more spot to work with me? Is that you? Are you doing that? Is it working? So the problem with this is it's exhausting. You can agree with me, right? It leaves you feeling hopeless, like, oh my gosh, I'm doing the same thing every day and nothing is happening. It's the same thing. No results. I'm doing it. Why isn't it working? It doesn't even feel secure. Like you're supposed to be building a business for your future, for your family's future. And you're wondering when is this going to start working? It takes all of your effort. It's a lot of work to do this. It's a lot of work to do these things because it takes you to be on your phone, DMing people, posting, unless you're paying for people to do it. It's a lot of work on your end. And then you go into feast and famine mode. You book a client and you're like, okay, awesome, celebrating. 2 minutes later, back in the DMs, back in the Facebook group, back posting on social media constantly. Like you're going from one extreme to the other. And you know this is not a long-term strategy, right? Like, you know that you're not going to want to do this in 10 years, the strategy, not your business, but the strategies that you're doing. You're like, I really hope to God I'm not doing this in 2 years, 1 year, 10 years. So what if you did things differently? What if you opened multiple doors for clients to find you and it didn't involve a crazy amount of time after the initial setup? That sounds pretty good. Okay, so one thing is having a content medium. And I truly believe that having a content medium is like the backbone of building up the know, like, trust. Because when you're just starting, it's your job to just keep pumping out free content. It's your job to show people, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and just keep doing it. It will start to feel repetitive, but that's the point of getting people in on your side. Okay. So content medium, whether you're blogging, you're podcasting, you're doing video, you're doing that consistent, they can come in through that. That's one doorway. Doorway number 2, they can come in through your email list because you're building that. You should be. Your email list is really important. And this is a great way to bring in clients. Website traffic. If you are creating new content on a consistent basis or whenever it feels good for you, your website will bring in traffic. And if people like what they see, they're going to stick around, and then they're probably going to want to work with you too. Webinars are a great way to bring in new clients. I have lots of people who come into my world because they watched 1 or 2 or 7 masterclasses. Live challenges. You can do live challenges. Those are great ways to get clients to come in. Organic marketing. If you are like, I'm starting my business, like I'm bootstrapping this, I don't have a ton of funds to put towards paid marketing, you have to look at organic marketing. The biggest place to do this is Pinterest. Organic marketing is huge. I put a lot of focus on that because sometimes I don't want Facebook ads running. Sometimes people don't have the funds to run Facebook ads. So organic marketing should hold you at all times. Students and customers, like if you have a student or a past customer, they're an easy way to bring in a new client. And paid marketing. We just mentioned that a second ago. Facebook ads, Instagram ads, there's all kinds of ways to do paid marketing. Those are the 2 ways that I do when I do invest in marketing, and Pinterest marketing is probably third and very minimal. I like to keep as much I like to keep my paid marketing funds towards Facebook ads. I like Pinterest, but I don't really like paying for their ads. I don't know why. I just maybe haven't found my groove yet there, but I'd rather just go full on organic marketing over there. So before you get to work, be sure you have your niche nailed down. That's super important. Having your niche nailed down is going to determine whether people are going to hear you or not. It's going to determine whether people believe that you can help them, right? We can't help everybody do everything. We talk about that over and over again. But knowing what your niche is, or niche, or whatever you want to call it, this is going to establish your authority so you can stand out amongst the rest of the coaches. Because you might be feeling like, I sound like everyone else. How am I going to ever stand out? Or everyone sounds like me. How are you going to stand out? You have to establish what your niche is. You have to own this. And just because you pick something now doesn't mean that's who you're going to be and who you're going to help forever and ever and ever. It will change. It will evolve because you're going to evolve and you're going to change, and your dream clients are going to evolve and change. That's just a part of the game. But you got to start somewhere. You got to be clear. You got to be focused, and getting real tight with who you want to help is going to set you off on such a better road than going broad. We do not want to go broad when we're just starting. So let's go back to this wheel here. How are you on all of these? If you picture a home that was built and there's no doors and you're waiting inside for clients to come, how are they going to find you? If you're sitting right here and you're waiting for clients to come and none of these have been opened, like your business looks like this, wouldn't it be better if you opened all of these? So how do you do that? How do you tackle all of this? You have to start with one, master it, move on to the next, go on to the next one, master it, go on to the next. And if you're like, I don't want to do webinars, then don't. If I don't want to do challenges, then don't. But you have to figure out a way to connect with your people. So this is what I would focus on, and this is what I normally focus on right away with my clients. After we establish what their niche is, who they help and how they help them, we get this going and we get this running into a well-oiled machine. This is important. I also make sure that we're list building, and how our list builds is through this organic marketing. And sometimes we'll tap into the paid marketing. This ties in with this. If you're producing content on a consistent basis, please don't just share it on Instagram and Facebook. Put it on your website. And I think these two are optional for a short amount of time. Okay. I think the next thing, like if you're feeling brave and you haven't done a webinar before, go do one. I remember my first webinar. It was so scary. I made everybody leave in my house. I needed like 2 hours to myself. And I did my first webinar, and one person came and I pitched her $1,000 product that I worked so hard on, and she didn't buy it. And then my husband came in. I was like, that's okay. At least I tried. And that's how I have always felt every time I go on a webinar. I have zero expectations. I just want to help just one person. Okay. So I would focus on your content medium, your email list, your website traffic, and organic marketing. When you're ready to go into paid, go into paid. When you have students and customers coming in, they'll probably become clients in the future. And then use webinars to grow your client list, and use webinars and challenges to launch your new products and programs. If you need help doing all of these things, because it's a lot, and if you've never done any of them, you have 3 ways that you could work with me. You could actually 4. You could just go grab Ready for Clients. It's $27. It's going to help you set up the foundation of your coaching business and just to make sure you're all ready for them. Okay. You can go get that and you can go dive into it today. You could also join the Confident Coach Club, which is monthly masterclasses, a whole suite of trainings that are going to help your coaching business grow that you can dive into right away. Or you can join Stand Up Coaching Academy if you want to start and scale your coaching business the way that I did when I first started. And then if you want one-on-one attention, if you know, like, I need a coach, then sign up to work with me. Just go to my work with me page on my website, choose from one of the 3 packages. You can invest right there. Or if you have questions, you can send me a DM on Instagram, or you can set up a call with me. Take a screenshot of this and remember, this is the day that I started working on my website, when I worked on my content medium, and then put a reminder in your phone to check in a year. And then pretty soon you're like, wow, I have a ton of doors open for clients to come in. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you soon, and I appreciate you spending time with me.